What's up, guys? Welcome to HorsePLAY Live, episode 125, Uncut. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Doing a little pre-show. It's a little pre-show. Probably should have started it sooner.
Yeah, you should have.
But we were talking on the DL about stuff, business stuff, so probably wasn't appropriate to share. But we're cooking up stuff. That's suffice to say. Obi's got some stuff going on. I got some stuff going on. It's some stuff that will be for the community as a whole, the gang as a whole. There's some stuff that will be more solo projects, so there'll be announcements. I know we keep kind of cock teasing, but there's gonna be some stuff.
Fucking cock tease.
But we got like 3 minutes before we officially start.
Can you hear me, Yogi?
I hear you.
You guys need to make my fucking picture the banner for your site.
Don't you have some strange homoerotic thing?
That's gonna cost you, buddy. You gotta donate for that.
It was fucking marvelous. I don't need to donate. That was fucking.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Who was it?
No,
that had
here,
the rainbow banana?
Hold on, Yogi. Let me get it. Oh, I can't. I already renewed. Damn. Let me see if I still have it in my history. Yes, I do. Okay, here, Yogi. I'm gonna post it again for you. It's an Imgur, right? And he wants us to use this, in some way, shape, or form.
Here, put it on there. I just copied it.
Well, I hope you get a good.
Oh yeah. BFT got rid of his PS4.
I just bought one.
Yeah, I heard. Were you telling me earlier? I don't remember.
Yeah, I was, and that's why I thought you were gonna go. What?
No, I knew it was gonna happen.
Well, no, it's right now. It's for yes. I would only do this for one person, my partner, which you guys know is fatal already. But
why wouldn't you wait for the new PS4 to come out?
There's a new one coming out? When?
At this rate, it might be a couple of months. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's something that that we needed to get onto PS4 Call of Duty. We needed to get him on there now, and I had the funds to do it now. Like, he's paying me back for it, but like I had to get it right now. Like, it'll be there tomorrow, so he could actually get on and start playing. Like, so we can. Like, that'll all come out next Saturday on NSFW. I might have a little bit of news because we do the same show, so that'll come out next Saturday. I don't want to put too much.
Wow.
What?
I just saw the Imgur.
Yeah, that's fucking art right there. You guys need to put up.
All right, dude, we gotta start. You ready?
I'm saving it for future use. Are you ready?
You're saving that for future use? Oh, fuck. All right, I am turning on the stream. Don't ask me if I'm ready. Just go, okay? I'm turning on the stream now.
All right, here we go.
You are listening to an All Games Radio Network broadcast of AllGames.com.
Hi, this is Normie from Knuckleballer Radio and Zombie Cast, and you're listening to one of my favorite shows on the Geeky Antics Network. Don't forget to check out the rest of the gang over at geekyantics.net. Warning, there might be rants and food ahead and possibly inappropriate behavior. Don't tell anybody though.
Opie? You're muted. What? Does Obi know he's muted? Oh, this is a really good start here.
For Yogi.
There he is.
Yeah, I was doing the intro of the show, and you guys didn't hear anything, did you?
Yeah, so that messed up my recording. Thanks, Obi.
Dude, I'm sorry. Welcome, geeks, gamers, ninjas, robots, and whoever else listens to this fucking show. It's HorsePLAY Live. Today is Thursday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, 2016. This episode 125, a salty Cinco de Mayo. Oh, okay. But before we get into all this good jizzy jazzy, I just said jizzy. That's funny. Before we get into all that, everybody's favorite filthy hardcore casual, Yogi Zell. What's up, dude?
What's up? Welcome to Tuna Radio and happy Cinco de Mayo, the day that commemorates the most tragic sinking of a mayonnaise-carrying ship back in 1893, I believe. At least according to our Canadian friend Chogol.
Okay.
Bring you some knowledge. It's the true origin of Cinco de Mayo.
Spread the word. Spread the
Titanic.
Titanic. Mm-hmm. So we got someone else with us here, Obi.
Yeah, I was gonna let you go for it because, like, you were. Yeah, I'm trying to fix chat, dude.
Oh, okay. Jesus, this is an awkward start all around.
It is because usually you're ready to talk, and I've been talking for the last 5.5 hours, so I'm good for a minute.
Okay, all right. Well, we got an old friend here, and a part-time listener. Well, he's more of a viewer. I don't think Paul's figured out the podcast thing yet. It's tricky. You have to download an app and then use the search bar. It's a tough thing. There's a lot of friction with that process, and I get it. It's a lot of work.
Asshole.
But Deckard
He is.
Deckard C in the house.
My
Very
God, you're a
fucking
dick.
condescending.
Oh
Fuck
my
you, dude.
goodness!
Well,
Why are you so mean today?
I know Paul. We were just reminiscing on the pre-show that I know him since 10, but we weren't really friends back then because he was a real troll. I mean, not much has changed.
I'm not a
Just
troll.
changed.
I'm fucking an awesome guy, and I appreciate you taking the time to taking me into geeky antics and this fucking talk, and we'll fucking talk about the Cinco de Mayo landings and the times that we've had together. I really enjoyed it. Obi-Wan, I'm looking forward to setting things straight with you and making things happen, and we'll gather things up and settle things up. What do you guys think about that?
I know it's an election year,
I'm
but
nervous.
I know it's an election year, but that sounded like a freaking pitch, like a platform right there.
I just want to point. I'm
My
nervous.
eyebrows are shaking when I said things like this.
And that's kind of what makes me nervous to
Why?
a point. Just because, like, you're the stalker I've never had. You
It's
know?
okay. I want to rub your beard right now. And I made a picture for you. I hope you guys use it in your front page or do something like that. That'd be nice.
I should add it to the slideshow.
Add it to something because that'll fucking get you donations.
I'll add it to the HorsePLAY slideshow folder, so it'll be part of the simulcast. I get your donations. No, you need TNA for that. We've established this as well.
TNA, you do need tits to get donations.
It's like I'm dying of cancer. Oh, that's sad. He's $1. It's like, hey, look at this new tank top I got. $100. Oh, it's so cold in here. Oh, my nipples seem to be getting perky. Oops. Welcome to the new world.
Did I ever tell you guys a story of when a guy shit next to me while I was fixing an Ethernet port?
I'm hoping the Ethernet port was in a bathroom.
No, it was in a crazy house. It was in a healthcare mental facility.
Were you the patient or the actual engineer?
I was the engineer. I was fixing the Ethernet port, and he introduced himself very nicely. And he fucking... It wasn't just like a shit. It was a fart diarrhea. You know, like explosive. And it got in my arm and shit. A nurse was supposed to protect me. And that didn't happen. They didn't fucking protect me. And I was gone for the day. I got post-traumatic stress disorder now from that shit. That was insane.
Well, better to get in your arm than your mouth. Like if you're like
It is.
Why
would you go? Why would you say mouth though?
I'm just saying though. Like imagine if it was just like aimed at your face. That'd be tragic. So we're able to laugh about it now. You know, that's the benefit.
Yeah, I'm still not laughing about it. I just thought I'd share because we were sharing stories.
Well, since we're sharing stories, I just want to talk about something in a minute, if you don't mind.
The chat already knows.
You sounded like that too.
Won't you come on over to my house? I'll give you a popsicle.
The chat and our listeners on all the podcast feeds and on YouTube and everything. You now know what the tone has been set.
That fucking shit was steaming, dude. It was steaming off my arm.
I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. No chat today. It's not letting me. It's not showing you the actual words. It's just a black screen. So sorry. I'll try to get it working, but
that's all right though, because the audio listeners can't see that anyway.
Talking about for the people that are here.
I know. We can't dwell on it though. It happened. It's broken. Things happen. At least you didn't get shit on. That's the most important thing.
I know, right?
Hey, okay, you got me there. At least I didn't get shit on.
You have to look at the upside.
Like Descartes did. That was the first time I ever met him. I called him Descartes.
Fuck you.
I was like, Descartes dick. And he's like, you call me a dick?
You son of a bitch.
When Obi... I have trouble retaining details from stuff. But, like, Deckard Cain is, like, an iconic character.
Yeah.
You've played the Diablo series. Like, that's like not knowing who Mario is. Like, Super Mario, like... what's that about? Like, really? I don't know.
This is very frustrating, dude.
So Obi's gonna wrestle with that all night.
I am.
It's gonna be like an hour later. Okay, guys, I fixed the chat. Anyway, moving on. Okay, we do have stuff to discuss.
Oh, you're a dick.
We do have stuff to. Well, I'm just saying, because, you know, if we devote like 5-10 minutes to video-related stuff, then the people listening on that's time we wasted for people that only have the audio to go on.
Right.
We got to think about everyone.
I understand that, Yogi, but the audio listeners would have never known that I'm doing this if you don't shut your mouth.
Well, you're the one that keeps bringing it up.
Never. I am not. I haven't said. I said at one time, sorry guys, there's no chat tonight. I can't get to work. Blah blah blah.
And then you said
you kept going like, oh, you're like, thinking about this all night.
Yeah, this is really annoying. You just brought it up again. You said, oh, this is really annoying, and we know what we're talking about that thing. Yes, you brought it up.
Whatever. You're full of it. See,
BFT, do you listen to audio feed after it's all cleaned up and truncated? I cut out about 30 minutes worth of banter and like white noise at times.
Sorry, wife was calling me.
Oh my god. Yes, but this is why it's horseplay. This is all about the shenanigans, man. But so you know, it's been a busy month so far. That busy few weeks. Cause we had International Tabletop Day, Free Comic Book Day, then we had yesterday, May the 4th. There's so much geekdom. So many geeky things going on. So many geeky events back to back. Like, I can't appreciate it. You can't really enjoy it if they happen so consecutively. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I like to space it out a little bit so I can enjoy and look forward to it a little bit. Like, what's next? Tomorrow's International Talk like a Pirate Day probably is. That is a thing too.
Probably, yeah.
Is it?
It is a thing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it might.
Fuck.
It might be.
You know, I was surprised there was assistant fucking day. Like administrator assistant day. I had to give a flower to somebody.
Well, I tell you what, being an administrative assistant, there's a lot of money in that. If you don't mind, you know, being a glorified errand person, you know.
It's fucking hard work.
It is. I mean, basically, you're the person behind the big person usually, the big wig, because like a lot of administrative assistants like type up the letters for the executives and set up all their appointments and reservations, do corporate purchasing, vendor relations. Like, there's a wide scope of things they do. I've known a lot of CTOs. Now that's an executive level position, but this tells you how much IT is a shitstorm. That also are double up as an admin assistant, picking up coffee and lunch for all the other big wigs.
Hell, nowadays there's no real IT in America. I don't know. I'm in corporate America. I'm in IT, but it's not really IT to me. It's more management of other people who don't live in this country. And I'm not saying that because I'm a supporter of Trump. I'm saying that because that's where we're going.
Yeah.
In terms of IT is offshore, and I'm not racist or anything. That's just saving money.
Oh, I know. And the thing is, the companies that do that the most are the ones that don't really need to save the money. I understand when small businesses go overseas and outsource overseas, but like these companies that have the money to create jobs here in the States don't do it. And there's other places they cut the money, like, you know, the executive payroll. Like, the golden parachutes that executives get just for leaving your job are ridiculous. They're equivalent to, like, the salaries of, like, 3 to 5 people easily.
Yeah.
Now most of my job is more management of the offshore people than actual IT. I think I'm losing knowledge in terms of that, but it's a sad state of affairs in IT.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I miss sometimes I still have recruiters that try to bring me back in full time, and I still do IT gigs here and there because the money's good. Like, sometimes it's hard not to go on a contract job. It's like, all right, that's really good money, but like to do it full time, I tip my hat to people that still do it. It's just, I think the best time to join IT right now is if you're young and you're starting out in the beginning, because then you already know what you're getting into. But if you're like a veteran like you and I, it's like what it's become compared to what it was. You know, during the .com boom in the 90s and all that stuff. It's, like, it's a different landscape, man. But let's go back to video games. Happier topics. So we were talking about 10.
We're talking about fucking Grim Dawn.
No, we're talking about 10. Let's talk about 10.
10.
Grim Dawn is dope too.
Tencent.
We'll talk about games we're playing in a little. We'll have a segment for that. But do you remember an online service called INN?
No.
This is like a precursor to like Pogo and 10.
Really? Like H-front days or
before that?
What are we talking? Really? I don't know. No.
This is like AOL CompuServe days, Prodigy days.
Oh wow.
Well,
like Windows 3.0 days, huh?
Dude, yes. It was ran by Sierra, and it was really, what was crazy about it was everybody had an avatar that you made, like a little cartoon character representation of you. And you had like chat rooms that were very reminiscent of Yahoo. And you had a bunch of games you could play in there, online games, you know. And it was dial-up. I think at the time the most common, I want to say it came out when 1400 baud was still pretty common, and I think 14.4K BPS modems had just come out.
28.8.
There's still people running like old modem. No, actually, no, I'm going too far back. No. It wasn't 14. It was like 14.4, 28.8. Yeah, around that time on the modems.
Dude, I was in fucking middle school when I got my first 28.8 external modem. I was fucking ape shit. I cried
I know, cause
like a pussy.
if you use like 1400 baud rate modems or 9600 baud rate modems, those things were slow. The only thing you could do on that is like connect to like a bulletin board system and maybe download a picture.
Cried in joy. I mean, it was amazing back in the day.
Man,
My porn came in like 5 minutes.
dude.
Just a picture. It was amazing.
I was all about Admiral Crag and Usenet. If you know what I'm talking about.
Geez, I know.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And can you believe that?
I'm gonna pretend that I just don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know. That beard tells me you fucking know.
I can't believe Usenet's still going. It's like the freaking darknet of the internet.
It is. It is.
It's crazy. UUE encoded stuff. You had to like know how to decrypt stuff before you can even use it. Like compile it to a binary. So you can actually use the thing. Good times. But anyway, enough banter. Obi, what do we have tonight on the show?
Tonight on the show, guys, we're gonna skip, hallelujah, the usual news and division talk once again because we haven't been playing it. I'm gonna jump into some other games, what we have been playing and watching, of course, because we always watch. We're watching our shows. We're going crazy about it. And a bit more about the TV talk in our episodes, of course. I just said that, but I failed to read that part. Maybe it's free ball and talk night. We're gonna just let our balls flop out there and just talk. Just kidding. Kind of sounded really bad after I said it.
I don't even know. And by the way, BFT's like, oh God, Sierra, that's going back. They're back now. I mean, it's not the same as before. Because, you know, Sierra really paved the way. Like, they were one of, like, the old guard companies that really pushed computing forward and video games and just, I don't know, they were magical. You know, they're like unicorns.
All right.
No?
Okay.
All right, good talk, guys.
Yeah. Good talk.
My sweaty balls.
Wow. That's all I can
By
say.
the way, guys, if you guys are new to the show, welcome to our weird party.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
HorsePLAY Live is where geeks come to play and 9 times out of 10 be stupid as shit. We're the flagship talk radio show for Geek Antics and Network in collaboration with All Games Radio Network or All Games Radio or allgames.com. Damn,
Same
I just
thing.
read that really fast.
No, that's right.
Our show covers all the aspects of the
Trust
geeks,
yourself.
with geek culture with a special focus on Indian strategy games with the technologies, rants, issues geeks face every single day while playing, and of course the events that we try to put on or even be a part of. Did I mention we rant?
No, fuck yeah, you guys do.
Not at all. We rant, by the way. But Yogi's going to tell you a little bit now what's going on, what kind of show we really are.
So yeah, we're live and uncut. Crazy things may and definitely will happen. We may say something offensive. We may talk about poop and other bodily fluids and excrement. So you keep an open mind. We try not to linger on the poop and piss talk too much.
Very open.
We don't have enough Germans in our audience to warrant that. And we probably just lost one German listener. My bad. But keep an open mind and have fun.
Asshole.
I'm kidding. You know, this is.
Are you German?
This is horseplay. You know, shenanigans are abound. You just gotta expect it.
Yeah, and really, if we say anything that disturbs you, get the fuck over it. Really, guys, don't forget. HorsePLAY Live is every Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacifics on Twix Pacifics. Yeah.
Pacifics. Let's get into the Pacific show.
On Twitch channels
Pacifics.
Geeky Antics and YogiZilla. HorsePLAY Live replay is also available earlier on Thursdays at about 5 p.m. Eastern Time on allgames.com. Go check that out.
I'm gonna add 4 a.m. GMT too, since we have that's for our international people.
Okay, appreciate that.
So we're either really, really late night show, or we're a really early morning show, depending where you are in the world.
Obi,
Yeah.
you should put that picture up instead of the chat, since you can't put the chat up. Just put it in place of that picture I made.
Yeah,
Motherfucking horseplay.
we'll find a spot for it.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
a
trying,
big-
man. Nothing's going in that spot. I think
That
it's
fucking
glitched
blank
out.
spot. Dude.
It's glitched out, man. I can't use
The
it.
world needs to know.
The spot's not. If it's not, if I didn't make a new overlay, let me know, Obi. I'll fix that one up. You can work with it more.
Well, no, it's not that. I think it's like I need to restart my computer or something. Like, because it's not letting me. I'm not bringing this up again, dude. I'm not even worried about it. He just brought it up. Why
Who?
are you doing this? We're trying to have a good podcast. You just totally derail us about fucking chat. Really?
Pro tip: always restart your computer before a stream or podcast.
It's amateur.
That's not for you, Obi. That's for everyone else. It's something you take for granted because I don't know about you guys, but I rarely restart my computer.
Well, like I just did a stream. Like everything was perfect. I just did a 5.5 hour stream. Everything was great. Like now it's not doing it.
I prep before I do the stream. That's just me, though. I always do a fucking stream. I'm a fucking well-known streamer.
Oh my god. Paul, you're such a troll. Some people are gonna believe you too and be like, Deckard, see, let me check out his channel. And be like, no past broadcasts. Like, yo, I stream so much they can't even hold my videos.
What a fucking dick, dude.
No, a lot of Twitch streamers don't fucking make highlights too. That drives me batty. Like that's like they spend so much time streaming. It's like, what about your offline content? Because if I go to a stream and they don't have any like art like highlights, I'm like, click, nope, not following. Move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like make some highlights. No highlights at all, and no excuse for that. You streaming every day, really? Anyway.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
BFT says he shuts his PC off whenever he's not going to be on it for a couple hours. He's probably one of the only people I know that would do that. Yeah, most people I know leave their PC on all the time.
No, I leave mine on, just because there's nothing wrong with it, really.
Fucking
But
yeah.
like, I like go into hibernation mode. I'll have to like turn hit the enter button to wake it back up and then sign on. But like every now and then, like I at least try to do it. Now I try to restart at least once or twice a day because I'm always doing different things and I'm always flipping back to Xbox and then running it through the capture card, then PC. So I might need to restart. That's fine. But it's just like I didn't think I thought it was fine. But let's go. Let's go. I don't have anything grinding my gears right now.
No, Obi on the pony.
Not that I can think of right now. Not that I want to talk about.
Okay.
I do.
Well, it's not Deckard on the pony. It's Obi on the pony.
Okay. Since this is your show.
Hold on. Deckard,
What?
you've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
You know what grinds my fucking gears?
What?
Fucking people who play console and don't fucking play PC games.
Oh my
Like they
God.
don't have
I
any
knew
of
it.
the fucking games. What do you know? What do you know, Yogi? You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You fucking on your console. You're better, bigger. I play. Shit. And you want to fucking play fucking Grim Dawn with me right now? Bullshit.
Why didn't you want to
Fuck
play?
you.
Why didn't you want to play Van Helsing with me? It's a similar
I'll
game.
play. Is it a PC game?
Yeah, I told you about it a while back.
When?
Wait, why do I hear myself? Do you,
You never say anything to me. That's
Well,
another thing,
you're
Yogi.
barely-
That's what grinds my gears.
You're barely around.
I'm fucking around. I'm on Steam all the time.
He's fucking around.
You don't say shit.
Listen, guys.
You know, I'm on Steam. I'm fucking jerking off to porn and shit, and you're not even talking to me right now.
Listen, guys, you plug into the system. We got the Facebook. We got the Facebook page. We got the Facebook chat group. We got TeamSpeak. Lots of ways to be visible.
Yeah, but there's no visibility. Who's providing the outreach? You?
I'm not gonna chase after you guys.
You should chase after your fans.
Listen.
Listening.
And this whole thing about devolving into console gaming is not fair. Because,
it is.
I don't care about where the best graphics are or where the most games are. I care ultimately about where the games that I want to play are and where people are playing them.
I can tell you the best community out there is the community of the computer console.
I would love to. I wish that was true.
I don't even know. I just said two things at once. Computer console.
Some people are crazy with that. Console. A PC, not a console.
Computer.
No, that's what I am right now. No, that's
no,
what
you're
I am.
not.
I am a computer console player.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, because I
No,
play
you're
Xbox
not.
through my computer, motherfucker. I do. Shut your mouth.
See, the thing about the one thing, like Steam has helped unified the gaming community a little more. It's like GameSpy Arcade, kind of 10 kind of brought the community more back together. But then, like, my experience is that we have tons of people that play on PC, and that's the primary platform, right? But most of them are either single-player gamers, or they have the one game that they play 24/7 and nothing else matters after that. And it's fun. It's so funny because a lot of people that have beast gaming computers, what's the game they play? League of Legends. And it's not a bad game, and I like playing it every now and then. But Jesus, let's play something else.
Like Grim Dawn.
On console, I jump on and people actually play games. I start a party up. I don't have to invite people. People just join my party. They just jump in.
Me too. Me too. Now that I'm on, people just joins me.
They just jump in and we just say, "Hey, what you playing?" Okay, I'll jump on that. It's like so fluid, and I hate to say it, but like our PC gaming friends are really flaky.
Get out of town.
$3,000 gaming rig, play Minecraft. Oh my God, exactly. See, being a head knows what we're talking about. So I think that's the difference.
Well, it's not. Well, no. Okay, hear me out. Okay, I'm gonna advocate for both because I'm using both. Yogi, you use both too when you seldom when you stream off your Xbox, you use your computer to stream your however you do it. But I'm gonna advocate for both because, like I said before, right now the only reason, hold that thought, BFT. The only reason that I'm streaming and playing Xbox One right now is because the accessibility. It's very, very easy to get on my one screen and start up my OBS and how I have it ready to set up and ready to go for a stream. Start it up, start the Xbox up, and just start playing the game. Boom, I'm done. On the PC, you have to do you have to just do more. There's more upkeep, of course, but it's just it's really good for that person that wants you to just take a little break from the PC, but still at the same time maybe stream a little bit more because it's different games I'm streaming. I would never ever stream anything like Black Ops 3 or like I would stream The Division or Rainbow Six or but I wouldn't be able to play like Madden. I wouldn't be able to get all these games that I'm getting right now for like $30 a year. And I get them for free, and I get to play them. I get to play anything I want.
How do you get them for free?
It's EA Access.
Yeah, well, they have EA Access now for PC, so that was a good move on their part.
Yeah, but I'm saying, even to have that access, like they still can't. Like the PC players can now, can they play like the Madden?
Yeah, they can, actually.
So then that's just another thing that Xbox and PC are doing together anyway. As they're moving forward, they're making the PC players more accessible to play with that console player.
But
because you never know, you might have a person that can't afford to even spend $800 to $1,000 on a PC, fucking they get a console for their birthday, or they get a console for Christmas, or something that they can, and that's what they can do. Right?
Here's the thing, though.
But they're still trying to be connected.
PC gaming is now cheaper than ever it has been. Console gaming continues to get more and more expensive as PlayStation and Xbox continue to push prices up.
Don't get me wrong.
Well, okay.
PC is better value.
It gets higher every year.
We're not saying that at all, dude. We're not saying that at all.
You better not say that.
The economics of it, yeah.
In my gaming room alone, okay, I have things for PC. I have a steering wheel and what is the thing called with pedals and all that stuff for like the farming sims and all the driving games and all this other stuff. I have a yaw and rudder pedals in the closet for flying games and stuff like that. I have all these things that I bought for PC and spent a tenth of the price, bought all the games I have some badass Astros, a big nice mix amp, everything that I want for Xbox for a tenth of that price. Yes, is the overall value of a PC better? Yes, because you're putting that value into it to make it that value. I'm sorry to say it, I would rather take an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 with 4 or 5 games with everything set up like I have now than a $1,000 PC. Because for me, right now, what I'm doing is accessibility and with decent graphics. I don't have to have perfect graphics. But for a PC to have decent graphics and the accessibility of an Xbox, there is none. You can't compare it at all. Because the Xbox, you can hook it up to your TV. You can do that to your PC too. But then you gotta set the resolution. You gotta do all this other bullshit.
It's the out-of-box functionality, but as far as the economics, you have to look at it. There's a few things that we've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
We went deep on it, and we still have to put an article out with a nice little chart because I've broken down the money and PC total cost of ownership of a PC is actually cheaper now than console, and console's gonna keep getting more and more expensive because there are a lot of hidden costs, the service fees, accessories. Price the games usually don't go on sale as much, there's a lot of little different things you have to think about, and they're not upgradable, so you have a limited lifespan. With the PC, you can make a PC last a long time, at least 5 years, and that's being generous. You can make a good PC last you a long time if you have the foresight, invest into it to begin with, and then over time you can stretch out that investment. But what I've realized is the PC rent. If I was still playing a lot of games, I had time to play a lot of games, PC would be perfect. Because when you're buying a lot of games, you want to do it on PC. Things like Humble Bundle, GOG, Steam. There's tons of way to get cheap games and they're not bad games. They're quality games. They're all games you want to play. But I don't have that kind of time anymore. So now console is just the easier transition, which has made it even easier for me because it was a gift to me. I probably would not have jumped on Xbox One so soon, but it was gifted to me, and it was a no-brainer because people are on there, they're playing, it's easy to coordinate game nights.
I bought the goddamn Xbox One because of this sumbitch. We're already derailed. Now, earlier I said to you guys, no news. Well, I lied. Get over it. We have a few things that we want to put out there just because it's worth putting out there. Really fast, the obligatory news and ranting. Overwatch beta is out now, guys. Get it
right now.
All platforms, right now. Xbox, PC, PlayStation. Does PlayStation got it?
Yep.
Yes. All platforms, good to go. Get it now. It came out last night, literally. Earlier than it was. I got on it last night to make sure I was doing it. It just started downloading on the Xbox, and we've been playing it all day. So I'll probably put up I think we have a stream. If Yogi will probably put up a clip of some of the Overwatch play from earlier. So, but All Games celebrating 20 years, guys. If you guys don't know it, allgames.com is our sister network where we're on about 5 p.m. Eastern time. On Thursdays on allgames.com, so you guys go check that out too. Dreadnought beta is getting good. reviews from the closed beta participants. Now, we do have something here. BFT still has, for those that are live, for those that are listening to this in the near future, BFT still has 4 keys for Dreadnought PC multiplayer spaceship combat.
Sad.
So if you guys are interested in Dreadnought, it's supposed to be it's like a spaceship combat, kind of like a I don't want to group it to any other game.
I mean, I would say it's like Eve, but to a smaller scale, but like just beautiful space battles.
Is it like Star Wars Online type space battles? Like, no, not with the lasers.
BFT
and
says
shit,
he's giving those to friends only.
Okay, so you got to be a friend. Never mind. Forget
like
I ever said
like
anything.
it makes
Snap.
me. I know it's not like Eve in terms of the mechanics, but like what I like about Eve is just watching the battles, like the epicness of it. And when I see the gameplay of this, that's what it makes me think of.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
it's World
BFT
of Warships.
BFT harps on my like the specific word I'm saying. I'm saying like, it's just beautiful, epic battles.
Beer and Hat suggests it's World of Warships in space.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. I wasn't talking about for mechanics. Just saying, like Eve is still a beautiful game. They keep making that game look even better, right? Like, and remember that game, Paul? We played gratuitous space battles.
Yeah, the one time.
Hey, that's because you disappeared again.
Oh, it's me now.
Mm-hmm. But like I love like the epicness of those battles, but obviously that game had its own issues.
It was a good game.
There's potential here.
It had to be you.
So yeah, it's more like World of Warships in space. There you go, perfect. It's in terms of the gameplay, but it looks like it has potential. I love anything space. I mean, I'm a big Wing Commander kind of guy.
Just get a bucket of nuts.
What? What about nuts? What?
Nothing, dude.
Okay. By the way, our friend Yancy, YANTZI. If you don't know him, check him out. He's a Twitch streamer. Will be a featured caster at Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City, one of the many conventions out there. And he was talking to us about it. If it goes well, there might be opportunity for some of the gang, if you're part of our community, to be involved in the future convention. So, no promises, but support him, show your love. He's another guy that's not plugged in, but he wants us to promote him for free.
Mm-hmm.
We love him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I say here. This is a machine. All you gotta do is plug this machine into the outlet, and all your wishes will be granted. Well, do I have to plug it in myself? Can you plug it in for me? I don't really feel like doing that. This is the world we live in now. Like I asked Brad. I actually asked Brad. I said, "Hey, can you just send me like a media kit with any like the copy that you want, a pre-approved copy, talking points, and branded assets. This is like standard marketing stuff." And he's like, "I got this. Is this what you want? Like you want to be promoted, but you're not giving me the tools to promote you with. So you want me to do the legwork too? Come on now." And this is the kind of stuff that burns me up. Like, listen, this is how I make a living. If you want to be promoted, you want to push, I'll help you with it. I'll coach you through it. I'll tell you what you need to do. But you may not like it. I'm gonna give you some hard realities. But if you're trying to take shortcuts, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a very rough time. You have to invest, not just financially, just mentally, emotionally. You put your all in. Anyway, that's my rant. But we'll be sending more details out via our newsletter, Facebook, and/or geekyantics.net. So stay tuned for that. And if now that the newsletter, if you want to, again, if you want to be featured on there, we could do a little quick blurb, no problem. If you want to be featured like a sponsored spot, and you want a nice detailed write up, a full campaign, a marketing campaign, ad campaign, whatever, that's a whole different story.
That's gonna cost you.
Yeah. You want a quick little blurb in there, no problem. we're all about the community. But you know, you have to draw a line because like a lot of people want freebies, but it's like, well, you gotta reciprocate to some degree. You know, like there's certain people, and you know who you are. Like I mentioned names, but it's like I get constant emails and Facebook messages like, hey, can you share this for me? And I like this and vote for this and click on that. And then like when we're doing the campaign, where are they to be found? When we need 1 minute at a time, like people are like, I'm so busy. Like, well, when do you take a shit? Again, I use the same joke all the time, but like, when do you take a shit? Do this thing for me. Do this thing for us. Do this thing for our community when you're taking a shit. Can you afford that? Well, that's when I play my mobile games. Well, take a minute away from your mobile game. Clash of Clans won't shut down if you don't play it for a minute. Leave a comment. Share something off of our Facebook. Stop being so fucking selfish, motherfuckers. Sorry. I said it was gonna be a salty night.
Preach.
Reciprocate, people. That's all I'm saying. Sharing is caring.
My dog is fat as shit, dude.
Fat with a PH, yo. Word.
No, fat with an F.
Damn. You guys, yeah, yo, get the pony. VFT says, I like it. No, you know, that's the thing. Like, I've been thinking a lot about this. Like, the other day, like I said, I realized one of my sites turned 10. And I've done a lot with that site. It's led to a lot of opportunities, a lot of projects that failed, but they were good learning experiences. And I just thought about, like, you know, there's a lot of people in our community that are very giving. They anytime you need them and you call on them, they'll be there. And then, like, when we ask for simple things, people are like, it's just excuses. And that makes me sad. You know, the simple opportunities. Like, if everybody took a little bit of time out to take advantage of the simple opportunities, we could accomplish so much. I'm not saying, you know, freaking move a boulder out of my way or anything crazy. You know, simple things. The little things over time go a long way. You know?
True that.
That's actually the true formula to success, but most people want that one. Most people are like, they can't do the marathon. They just do the sprint. They want that one big push, boom, and then they run out of steam, and they're like, that's all I got. And that's what happens. I see this so much in the business world. I can't tell you how many startups I consult with, and friends I have starting businesses, and they have so much passion. And I said, look, the number one thing I can tell you is pace yourself. You have to make sure what you're doing is sustainable, because you know, and don't lose sight of your why, your purpose, the thing that keeps you passionate and that keeps you driven, right? But then, of course, they go all in, they're gung ho. It's like several sleepless nights, you know, really pushing really hard. It's like Twitch streamers, you know, like so many Twitch streamers that message us, leave us comments on our sites, and they go, oh, you know, I've been streaming, I don't know what's going on. I'm streaming 10 hours a day, you know, and I don't get any viewers. It's like, that's your problem. You're streaming 10 hours a day. You said nothing about supporting other communities, you know, doing things outside of Twitch, joining podcasts, doing, you know, Instagram, Pinterest. You got to think about your brand as an entity that exists outside of the single platform. And I said this that time and again, but anyway, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop because we got games to talk about. Oh, but you want to do some quick shout outs tonight?
Nah.
Some shout outs and love? No?
Nah.
No? Okay. So if you do want to check out some of our heroes, our friends, and sponsors, go to geekyantics.net for sponsors. We got folks like Jinx. We got Martin Septic Services, Shiny Prints, G2A. I know I'm forgetting some people, and they're probably going to get mad at me. Bits Consulting. Yeah. I'll think of some other ones later. They'll come to me later. Oh, yeah, no, Obi's got some on there, too. You still working with the apparel company?
Yes.
And the No Scope?
It's GG Culture and Apparel, and No Scope Gaming Glasses.
So yeah, the banners are on there. Click on them. You know, that helps Obi and his family out. You know, and it supports the gang as well. You know, it's a mutual benefit, and then you get to score some cool swag. Everybody wins. See, it's all about win-win-win scenarios.
And two guys, I do want to let you know about those too. I don't get anything from those. Those go to actually in returns. I get T-shirts and I get glasses and I get stuff to give away. So it's not. You're not giving me any money. It's money to get stuff more for more of you guys. So.
Oh, so that's so see, it's still a mutual benefit. There you go. So let's do a quickie here. You ready, Obi?
I would have to say Martin's septic service saved my life.
You really fucked that segment up, didn't you?
Well, you are a poop. You are big into poop.
Get ready to open that segment up, and he's like, "Well, yeah, Martin's segment. What the?"
But that's Paul. You know, every time Paul's been on the show, he always just jumps in at random, like jumping on points. Like that's what he does. Modern septic services saved my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't take a shit effectively as I could have.
Yeah, with the peace of mind of knowing that you won't have shit all over your backyard.
That is right. You know, as soon as my septic tank fucking beeped because there's an alarm on it, they fucking came in and fucking emptied that shit out. It saved my life.
You know, you joke.
I don't.
But we have an educational sponsored article on the website, geekyantics.net. It talks about the very real threat of mismanaged septic systems, the toxic fumes. So if you smell like something funny coming out of your drain, you may want to check that out. Might be something serious. And there's things you can't smell.
If you smell something out of your drain, you better check your brain and call Martin Septic Services.
I can't do it anymore. I'm trying to hold it in, man. There's so many spots where I could have just piped in with the quickie thing, but I just couldn't do it. So
we should have made that to a voice cut right there. That's a bumper right there.
Now that we got that out. Quickie. Celebrating AGN 20 and podcast we love. What you got, Yoke?
Yeah, to celebrate 20 years of All Games Network. And I figured we should just discuss some of our favorite podcasts and gaming shows. P50 says GG. That's a wrap. No coming back from that.
There's nothing I could do.
But, you know, All Games, you know, we say they're our unofficial, you know, sister network, and we're proud to be part of that network because, you know, there's a lot of history there. And I know for people that are really into podcasts, it's hard to connect with. But they're not just associated with podcasts. They gave birth to the G4 network before that went to shit. Mm-hmm. They basically gave birth unofficially to Twitch and everything we know today. Like, without things like All Games and communities like Twin Galaxies, you know, stuff like that that's been around for so long. You know, maybe Twin Galaxy might be a bit of a stretch. But, you know, some of these old guard sites that really push the envelope on new content and multimedia entertainment, you know, this is really one of the truest and oldest media outlets out there. Like, I have more respect for All Games than I have for, like, a Giant Bomb or IGN, you know, etc. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with those sites, but All Games has been doing it for longer. Mm-hmm. And they're still, in spite of that, in spite of all the success that they've experienced, they're still community focused, you know, which most things that grow and have that kind of track record, they lose themselves and they become corporate, right? And it just made me think about, you know, 20 years, that's huge. I mean, 2 years is huge in this day and age, right? You do anything for 2 years, you're a professional, maybe a master, you know. But 20 years, Jesus. So there's a lot of history there. I want us to, you know, create an opportunity for all of us to share some of our favorite podcasts and gaming shows, etc. Do you guys have any podcasts or any shows you want to share?
Well, any of the ones that I would say are in this list right here. So
All right, so you want me to just go through it then?
Yeah.
As Paul adds his wonderful feedback. So, so of course, on the top of the list, the B team, Chip, Fred, Sodom, Ryan, aka Sworn. They've all been super supportive of what we've been doing over here, and we collaborate on many fronts across different shows that are not the B team, that are not even HorsePLAY Live. That we do different things together, and it's just great being part of their little community. Well, it's not little. They're one of the top video game shows out there. That's still about video games after all this time.
They're running the yesterday. They just uploaded their Tuesday show, which is Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. They just put their 363rd episode up.
Yep.
They're going.
And the interesting thing about B team,
about half that.
The B team started when Chip Sella used to be like a correspondent for the Video Game Outsiders, and he used to go to conventions and different events and do coverage on site.
Mm-hmm.
And he did interviews and all this stuff for Video Game Outsiders when they were still about video games. Now they're more, I don't know what they're about. They're funny, I guess. And then he said, well, we're the B team. We're the people that get called in when no one else can show up to work. And now it's kind of ironic because they're kind of the A team. And I just like, they have a really good format. They have, multiple hosts, and they do roundtable discussions about video games and technology, and they're really passionate. And they tend to go long too. Like the last few shows have gone like 3+ hours, but and there's something about it. It works. Like they have good chemistry, and I can listen to them. And it's like every episode, I'm always intrigued by what they have to discuss, and they help me broaden my horizons. So, just very thankful for them.
I'm gonna try to get on there one week.
Yeah, they're always open to have guests too.
Yeah, me too.
Oh God.
But
I'm not going that.
I don't know if they can handle you, Paul.
I don't think they can handle you.
Come on, dude.
Next
They
one
got
we
me.
got that we want to part celebrate 42 level 1.
Yeah, good show where you spend about half your time deciphering what they're saying because those accents are really thick for us American listeners.
What kind of accents do they have?
They're Scottish.
Scottish.
The Scottish, yeah.
Yeah, they're segmented, so it's really nice that we have it now. Like they tend to have the first part. They have the instruction manual where they talk about video games. They have a segment for comic books. Then they have a TV and movie segment, and then now what they've been doing is like post show they'll do like a bonus segment, which is a spoiler cast, and they don't do that live, so they respect everybody, and they'll give you a heads up. This is going to be a spoiler segment. I think last time they did Batman vs Superman. This time they're probably going to do Captain America: Civil War, which I'm hearing good things about.
The one day I shouldn't have listened to him.
What kind of comic books are you talking about?
They mainly do the DC and Marvel stuff, but they also do some indie stuff as well. So they do are Vertigo and Dark Horse still around? I don't even know anymore. I don't collect it anymore.
Guys, this is so easy to look this stuff up too. If you guys are ever, if you guys just want to stop listening to us right now and go look it up, just go to allgames.com. And right on the right-hand side, you'll see a list, and that's all the podcasts, and it'll say podcasts on there. You just go to check out who you want. They're all great. I mean, all the episodes and whatnot up. Next one up, Yogi. I know you like these guys really a lot. Wait.
R9 cast with SG.
Yes.
SG's the man. SG and Bridget, his wife, they're both awesome. And what I like about him, he's a Sega fanboy like me. He also puts the Sony fanboys in their place, so that's fun. And if you like Sony, I'm not holding it against you, but it's just nice hearing someone that explores the other side. Because I swear, ever since Xbox One, before it was released, and then Microsoft had made their announcements, and people just wanted to crucify them. And then Sony did the same thing, but Sony could do no wrong. It's just one misstep, and people, they don't forget. They hold grudges. And it's nice to hear someone that still could explore the other side of that argument. So, not that I'm mutually exclusive, but if you're on a budget, you can only choose one or another. You know, I'm happy PC and Xbox One. I'm good.
Fucking budget's hot.
You know, but you know the thing people forget, like if you looked at like Sony was gonna announce the same things that Microsoft was gonna announce, and they saw Microsoft go up, and they said, "Ooh, yeah, let's let them take the heat for that." And we didn't, all these big companies. This is what people forget. All these big companies, they're businesses. They want your money, and whatever's gonna protect their business interests, that's what they're gonna do. They don't care about you. They care about what makes them money, and this is gonna be honest with. That's what big business comes down to. That's why they're big business. So, people were like wanted to crucify Microsoft, and then I don't know the hypocrisy of it all. I'm not gonna get back to that. I went into it in detail before in the past, and people still don't see it. And the thing is, people hold grudges, but they don't realize like, all right, well then people change. It turns it around. Whatever. Anyway, back to podcasts. Gaming History 101. If you want to ever get in depth into the history of video games, the pioneers, the real heart of retro, this is probably the best podcast out there. Now, the one thing I will say, when it comes to like the PC side, like microcomputer side of gaming, or like retro gaming, and like the online stuff, Fred is really out of his depths. Like. It cracks me up. Like I offered him so many times, like, dude, you missed so much stuff. Like they did a whole series on online gaming, and they missed some huge players. I don't think they even mentioned 10. I was like, how can you not mention 10? Like 10 technically, ultimately turns into Pogo, and Pogo is kind of a big deal, especially if you're a middle-aged woman. I don't know, or a horny old man trying to hook up with women.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, people play games on there too.
It's all about me, right there.
What else we got? A few more podcasts. Retro Gaming Roundup. This is.
Weren't you a Pogo admin?
No comment. Don't bring that stuff up. NDA. Damn it, Paul! Why you blowing up my spot?
I'm just saying.
Oh, shit, God, what a dick!
I know.
He's talking bad about Pogo, and he was an admin.
He's gonna throw my social security number out there next time. Jesus.
I
thought we were friends.
We're friends. We're just
6901634.
9304.
Here's another one. This is one that I really recommend. If you ever want to like binge listen, not binge watch, binge listen to like hardcore retro content, the Retro Gaming Roundup is one of the best ones. Their latest installment is called a Mechanical Catastrophe. Fantastic. They talk about pinball machines. They do like a top 10 worst pinball machines ever. And like I'm like, this is awesome. These are people talking to me. Because, like, I still love pinball. Like, I need to play more Pinball FX on Xbox One because people actually out there that play that and it has leaderboards, and that's just fun as hell. That's as close as it's going to get because I can't afford to be buying pinball machines. But if I could, I'd have a freaking basement filled with pinball machines and arcade machines. That's so me. And they talk about, there's one segment they did where they talk about Game Genie and, like, the old hacks using, like, pin card readers and all this stuff, and like it made me nostalgic as hell. And like the retro community is not just a bunch of crazy hipsters; it's going strong. And people, I think, as a whole, people are realizing that like video games today are pretty much regurgitated shit, and like the retro stuff actually try to do different things, and we're focused on fun above anything else. They talked about there was one guy that talked about the history of UK developers. He worked on like a lot of the big ones, Malibu, Ocean, Codemasters. Probably forgetting another one, maybe Bullfrog. I think Bullfrog. They were UK based, right? Signosis, I think he said. I mean, when you stop to think about it, there were a lot of big players in the UK, the you don't really think about it until you stop and look at it. Treasure, I think, is UK based. It's crazy. Rare, I can't forget Rare. Holy shit. They even talk about this device called a jerry-rigged RetroPie, and a RetroPie is a big thing. Everybody's talking about Raspberry Pi, and you have really small computer that does a lot of shit, and it's basically an emulation beast. And a jerry-rigged RetroPie is like they have this bundle that's like crazy. You can play SNES games, NES games, Mega Drives, that's Genesis games. Dude, retro gaming roundup, like variety up the ass. There's a few more. A worthy opponent. Over 2 years and over 130 episodes later, they're still talking Hearthstone in depth. And what I love about them is that, there is the Angry Chicken. A lot of people say that's the definitive Hearthstone podcast. But I like Gary. He's a good guy. And he's definitely talented. Very good production quality. I love his graphic design work. But sometimes their content comes off a little snooty. This is like a show that's really accessible, whether you're like casual, hardcore, anything in between, and it's great. And these guys over at Hollow Sweet Media as a whole,
basically not snooty.
Yeah. And the folks over at Hollow Sweet Media, I definitely recommend their network. They're always willing to work with you too and collaborate. Good guys. Tadpog. Tyler and Dave play old games. Obi, they kind of remind me of me and you, but if we're like you were really hardcore into retro gaming, and if we talked about really awkward stories. Oh wait, we do that.
That's the retro gaming part.
Yeah, the retro gaming we don't do it as much on this show. So what they do with their format, they play a game, and they aim to talk about it, and like it'll be like 90% dumb talking about random shit and like awkward masturbation stories and like things that their wives caught them doing, and then like the last 10% is the actual talking about the game and reviewing it. It's entertaining as fuck. I definitely recommend it. It's more comedy than it is video games, and it's great. Into the Nexus, probably one of the best Heroes of the Storm podcasts out there. Honorable mention, Hotscast, Stormcast, those are all good too. By the way, not all these shows are on all games. These are on different networks. Matter of fact, I prefer Stitcher if you're an Android person. There's other apps, Podcatcher, Satchel, Player FM, TuneIn Radio. I'm forgetting some. There's a big one that I've been
iTunes.
iTunes, but everybody knows that one. That's like the one that everybody thinks about right off the bat. Beyond Pod, that's a good one. That's another good one. Some people recommend Downcast. And I'll put iTunes. I'm writing the show notes in case anybody else wants that reference in the future. But my last one is one that's kind of cliche, but I had to throw in there. And I listen to a ton of podcasts, but I'm going to throw in this one just because as much as the community annoys me, I still love the game. And it's League of Legends. The League of Legends community podcast. Whether you love or hate the game, the reality is this is a great podcast for a game that's really got a huge impact right now on the industry as a whole. I mean, it's the most played game still, I believe. I haven't checked the numbers lately, but as far as online games go, it's still got the biggest user base, like active concurrent players. And what I like about this podcast is that they really go deep on the design process and the logic behind their different decisions. I wouldn't call the community thing is kind of a misnomer, but you could tell that they do listen to the community feedback, and it's nice to see how they transform that feedback into actual, changes. Oh, we lost Paul. He must have passed out.
Probably.
But one of the things they talked about, the design logic behind the Tarek rework, the UI redesign, the overhaul of the general roles. Like they were trying to do things to shift the meta. Like they are completely aware of the fact that the game does not lend itself well to teamwork. It's very individualistic, and certain roles aren't really attractive. They're kind of like a consolation prize. Like, okay, sure, I'll play support, stuff like that. So, like, hearing them talk about it, because they're the developers are actually players themselves. They like playing the game themselves, which is great to see. And that's something you see too often in games these days. Like, people that are actually passionate about the game of developing. Not just a project for them. So, definitely a very good listen. And I don't know. Like I always say, podcasts to me hold a special place because, video is great. It's the way the rest of the world has moved to. But there's something about podcasts where you just focus on the message, and you're not distracted by all the other crap, the other fluff. BFT says, I got my Xbox OG hooked up. DVD drive is a bit wonky through Dark Watch in, and it still works fine. Those things are built like tanks. I still got my original Xbox too, and it works just fine. The last thing I played in it was Baldur's Gate. The Baldur's Gate 2. Great game. So yeah, podcasts, if you're catching us some way that's not an audio feed, I can't recommend it enough. It's a lot more community focused. It's a lot more interactive. In spite of what Twitch, Twitch to me still feels very one way. Like it's a bunch of people talking in the chat to each other, and 9 times out of 10 the streamer is ignoring them. Mm-hmm. With the podcast, it's just something magical about it, and I think I've always been drawn to radio too. My brother and I, we used to always when we were kids, we used to always try to record our voices or take whatever the device was at the time, or take pretend microphones and do shows, pretend we were reporters. We do stupid stuff like that, take action figures and pretend we're interviewing them. And there's something I always liked about the radio format that I think that it's the best of both worlds. Like when you have written content, it's cool, but people don't read and lose interest very quickly. And with video, you need to be fully engaged with it. And a lot of video content is very look-alike. Like there might be some good production quality, but at the end they're all saying the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. Because they're just there because they realize video is a hot thing. But in podcasting, I feel like you get a pure, unadulterated experience. Like people are speaking from their heart, and it's something just magical about it. I love it.
And that's one of the reasons why I like podcasts too. That's one of the reasons why I want to build that podcast studio too, with the multi-booth. So because it's something that could be beneficial in the future to do and to have. But yeah, anyway, WWBP. What we've been playing, what we've been watching. What we got, Yogi? WWBP.
Yeah, so this is you gotta do it because it's the thing to do. Everybody's doing it on every show. It looks like, and kind of what's interesting about it, what you're watching and what you're playing. I realize why it's such an important segment. It's such an important thing that we do. Mm-hmm. It kind of shows where your head is at, like what you're craving. And for me this week, it hasn't been as much gaming. It's been mainly one thing in particular. Well, I did watch the latest episode of Game of Thrones. Did you catch that?
No.
Oh God.
Was that definitive enough for you? No, I did not.
A lot of us in the community called it.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Oh, sorry
never
to hear
will.
that. Well, for the rest of us, wow. That's all I gotta say. Holy shit! I can't wait for the next episode. The thing that sucks about this show is such a cock tease because it's only 8 to 12 episodes a season, and then it goes on break. Oh, and it feels like forever.
Fatal lied too, you know that, right?
What did he lie about?
He said he was going to be here to make sure that you watched Once Upon a Time.
Oh, I did. I wasn't baby. He wasn't going to do it. Which, by the way, his question was a trick question because I did answer it correctly, but I see what he was going for. He was like, "Oh, so who's the first child that crosses over from one world to the other?" And I was thinking, going back from the real world to the storybook.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, that would be Henry. I didn't think that it's Emma.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, he insists that I haven't watched the show, and I'm watching season 1, and I'm like, I've seen this all already. And I poked ahead season 2, I'm like, I've seen this too. You know, and I'm like, all right, so I'm going for season 1, give me another chance. I don't know, something about the show. It's a good show, but it doesn't draw me in. Like, I don't feel the urgency to catch the next episode.
Okay, then go ahead. Then the show that you are watching, Naruto.
Yes.
What's going on?
I love this show so much that I started watching from where I left off, and I had to go back and watch old episodes again. I rarely rewatch anything. Hell, I rarely replay anything. Period. And I went back, and I'm like, man, this show is just so good. And I think I understand why the show, I identify with it so much. Because there's a lot of lessons on this show. Like, on the surface, it's all like action, and this clearly feels, but like, I think I identify with it because it's the old underlying theme is that, and it sounds really cheesy when I say it out loud, but a lot of us fool ourselves into thinking that the world is a cold, fucked up place, and that the only thing that makes things happen is power, right? And power is either having power or having money, influence, whatever. Right, but that doesn't give you fulfillment. It's the bonds that we forge that give us the true purpose and the push to drive on. Right, that's kind of a recurring theme on the series, and I don't time it again. Like I fall in love with. I actually care about each of these characters. Like when I go back to I'm watching it back and forth once upon a time, and I'm like, I like Emma. I like what they're doing with her. She's easy on the eyes. She's obviously a very attractive woman, And they have other interesting characters, but I don't feel as invested in them. Like their backstories don't really do it for me. But with Naruto, like this is a cartoon, and I'm watching. As cliche and mainstream as this show may be now, it's just like the characters I fall in love with them. I care about them. Like I feel like they're actual real life friends. As silly as it sounds, but I mean. The show's been around for, what? I think over a decade now.
Yeah.
I mean, this episode, they're in the 400s on the main show, and they just started a new series, I believe. And the manga, I think, wrapped up, and I got how many issues there are in that. There's a lot of history there, and it's so good that when I'm done with Shippuden storyline, I'm gonna go back and probably maybe start from the beginning, or just jump around and catch my favorite episodes. Maybe I was even toying with the idea of doing like little mini articles describing different theories, different topics, different concepts, and maybe individual episode reviews on GeekyAntics.net. That's how much I love this show. That I would create a series just for this.
Man, dude, that sounds amazing.
You don't have to freaking patronize me, OB.
No, I'm being serious, man, and sincere. That sounds just fucking awesome, dude.
I mean, I will say this: Naruto is a very acquired taste. It's kind of like Lost Girl or Once Upon a Time, Grimm. Like, there's a lot of shows that I think are really acquired tastes. Because there's like certain things that if you can't get past them, they'll keep you from enjoying the experience. Would you agree, Obi?
Yeah. like the shitty acting in Walking Dead. That's why I quit watching it.
PFT got me. Naruto and acquired taste? Believe it! Oh, guys, the dubbed version is pretty bad.
You didn't pay attention to what I just said.
No, I heard what you said. The shitty acting in Walking Dead.
That's why I quit watching it.
I laughed at that and then I was laughing at what BFD said. So it's just combined into one collective laugh. Okay, OB.
All right, what's next?
Well, now see the Walking Dead acting. I don't think is as bad as Once Upon a Time. Like if you look at Once Upon a Time, it's like daytime soap opera acting at some points. Like it feels very fake. Like I know I'm in a story world. Like I know I'm in a surreal world, and that's kind of what takes me out of it. I think that's part of the issue with it. Like with Game of Thrones, that's freaking dragons, and I'm more immersed in that world. I don't know. The Walking Dead, I think they have pretty good acting. That show has issues, but the acting isn't one of them. The pacing might be. I haven't really watched much else. You wanna share what you've been watching, Obi, before we go into what we've been playing?
Of course, The Flash. Keeping up with that, with the everything that's going on now, and then this last episode was pretty intriguing.
Don't spoil it because I haven't caught up. I don't know if
dude, you're gonna be.
I don't know if he gets it back or not.
Dude, you're. Well.
Yeah, don't. Leave it at that. But that's a great show.
Anyway, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's another one I really can't spoil. Lots of things going on with Sky. And
No, Daisy.
I'm sorry, Daisy.
She doesn't like when you call her Sky now.
I don't give a flying fuck.
She's gonna slap you, bro.
I don't give a damn.
She's gonna slap you and she's gonna freaking quake your balls.
That'll feel great. Anyway.
I don't know. Maybe initially.
Yeah.
Then they're gone.
A lot of things that are happening with Daisy and because she's a bigger part of the show, and just it's the storyline is just coming out to where it's just awesome. I can't talk too much about it without spoiling, because then I could say people from the past are in the present and looking for certain people, and yeah. Anyway, so you guys got to check that out so I can start talking about it. I'm gonna sit here getting ready to say spoiler in a minute here. Seriously, Legends of Tomorrow still caught up. I think it's like you made this comment here in the notes, like you like the way they're moving away from Randall Savage. I do too, except for like they're keeping him at like a mentioning his name, saying like this is why we're actually doing this. The last one they went to 2146. It's again, guys, you just gotta watch it. Arrow. I'm just watching so many. A lot of them I really can't remember unless I'm looking at a list. The truth.
That's why I keep all this stuff on the list.
Mm-hmm.
The 100 that show unfortunately airs on the night that we do this show, and we listen to and support Gaming Death podcast. So it's a busy night for us. So I can't wait for this week's episode. So by the time we're done with this show, I should be able to watch it on the streaming apps.
It's past midnight. It's on Hulu.
Exactly. It's like one of the streaming apps.
I don't have to mention where it's at. I'm looking at it right now. It's right here.
Oh. Yeah, it's cool that Hulu worked out that deal.
Oh,
The 100 is a show that, like, again, I gotta say, like, that show really turned around because initially it was kind of sketchy. It was a little iffy. But that show has come around big time. And I can't really say much about it without really spoiling around. Like, it's like a survival story, and there's a lot of double crossing, and it's got like elements of like, to me, like, and some people might not agree with this comparison, but it makes me think of some of the like the good elements of things like The Purge or Hunger Games or Maze Runner, stuff like that. Maybe even Lost, except with a coherent plot.
Right. Like okay, like last night or on Tuesday, sorry, there was of course the Flash, Agents of Shield. There's a couple of them like I watched The Voice. They're with new singers and getting all that good stuff. Of course, all the wrestling stuff. Empire, which is I still need to watch this ton. Empire, Nashville, and on an occasional Law and Order when I decide to watch it or I have nothing else to watch. Arrow, and then the show with it's called Blackish. I can't remember the actor's name.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good show. I don't know if I like that one better or freaking Off the Boat.
I like them both. Off the Boat's hilarious.
Fresh off the boat.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But think about it, they're the same show, just with a different race.
Basically, yes.
Yeah,
actually, yeah. I think Fresh Off the Boat is on Sundays. No, that's Once Upon a Time. What is Fresh Off the Boat?
So that's one thing I don't keep up with that much. Like with sitcoms, I love sitcoms, but like I'll catch them when I catch them. You know what I mean?
Well, see, I've actually shrunk. I've actually shrunk what I watch. Like I'm all my shows that I watch are on Hulu. Like I've been looking at Hulu, and since we have the account where we get no commercials unless it's one that it's not approved or whatever. Like all the shows that I watch, like I will pick. Like there's some like Shark Tank I'll watch because Ashton Kutcher was on there for the last month. There's a new show out called Beyond the Tank. It's where the actual sharks that bought into the businesses. It's like the next step that you're seeing on camera, which is really cool.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I always wonder what happens afterwards.
Yeah. The lady, I can't remember, the lady with the short hair. She's the real estate mogul. I can't remember her name, but she actually does a show Beyond the Tank, and it's actually she was on it too, and they're all doing it. So check it out.
Shark
what have you been playing, Yogi?
Shark Tank reminds me too much. What's that?
Video games?
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about video games. Well, real quick, we're not going to talk about Dark Souls tonight because we were hoping we would have at least a guest or two that are as big into Dark Souls as I am. This is a series that I was into, but some of the glaring design flaws really turned me off. But I'm giving it another shot. I'm really falling in love with the series. So who knows? I think for Retro Friday I might be playing Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, and I still haven't finished NES Alphabet Soup. Who knows? It's gonna be postponed indefinitely, and it's like I don't know. I'm in a stage right now where I like the sample platter. I like to just try different things,
So Retro Friday is this week, right? You said. What
Yes.
time is that, so I can make sure that I'm done with my stream by that time?
Tomorrow night I'm probably gonna shoot for like 11 p.m. or midnight.
Okay. Because basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an afternoon.
Okay.
Like an afternoon, early evening. I'm gonna be done like by 6. So.
Yeah, I was doing them in the afternoon, but apparently for the live engagement, people like the late night, so let's stick to that. I can be time to take a little power nap anyway.
Well, I'm starting to, go towards the hours that I want to make sure that I keep for the gaming, the gaming office, I guess you could call it, from a certain time to a certain time.
Word.
But anyway, more games you're playing, Yogi.
Well, what I want to say about Dark Souls 2, though, I'm playing Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition on PC, which is kind of the stinky version, but it's alright. And Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin on Xbox One. And let me tell you something. I've got a confirmation from hardcore Dark Souls players. Dark Souls 2 is the easiest if you're playing the vanilla version. Scholar of the First Sin, and I confirmed this now. I thought I was going crazy. I was like, oh, this is the easiest of the series. I'm like, there's no way. Because I'm playing Dark Souls, and it's not as hard as this shit. Like, this is infuriating. What they did with Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin edition, is they retooled all the stuff, made the enemies trickier, changed where the enemies spawn, all the different stuff, and they made it much harder. And I've talked to several people that said that Dark Souls 3 is the easiest of the series. And that Dark Souls 2 is actually the hardest if you're playing Scholar of the First Sin. So
I don't know.
for you people trying to misguide me and like I was freaking discouraged. Like if this is the easiest, then I don't know if I want to play the rest of the series. Like no.
And
If you
welcome
play
to the
vanilla.
show, I Be Loud. How are you doing there, darling? Nice to see you again, sweetheart. How you doing?
Me and Ivy La might do a stream tomorrow of Gems of War because she finally joined our guild on there. Cookie Monster, hello, welcome. Come join us in the main chat.
It's got to be one of those things with me. It's like she jumps on TeamSpeak, and then if I'm not like right there, right whatever, she'll leave.
Oh yeah,
I'm still gonna get yelled at.
you have to idle on it because the response rate.
You better respond, motherfucker, because I ain't sitting here all fucking night long. You heard me? Yes, I did, and he's going to laugh so hard when he sees Mike. What?
Well, it's a shame because the thing of the Gems of War, these are like asynchronous games. There's no real-time interaction. It's not like a Hearthstone. That's the only bad thing about it. But it's also a good thing because it's one of those things like Madden NFL football. You know, Madden NFL mobile, you don't have to play at the same time, but we can still play together. So.
Right. Well, right. If you want to, come on. We'll
yeah, anybody's welcome to jump out on the team speak if you want to join us. We're just gonna bullshit the last half hour. But Battleborn.
Yes.
Battleborn or Overwatch. I want to compare the two because these are betas that happened recently.
All right, can I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Battleborn versus.
Which one do you like better?
Overwatch. Battleborn versus Overwatch. Now, I was saying it in the pre-show several times. The things that I like about both games, because they both are good games. Kind of the same kind of style. One has different objectives and one doesn't. Battleborn is like that, just that MOBA shooter. Now, on the other hand, with the different game types that Overwatch has, it's like a TF2 remake. I'm sorry if I pissed anybody off with that comment, but it is. That's just me. And Overwatch and Battle Blizzard's already said yes, we know it looks like it, blah blah blah. We don't care. Now, as for like gameplay and stuff like that, it's great. I'm just right now. I'm more of a and it's going to come down to basically if my word was this is what everybody was going to do, I would think about it more, but it's basically going to happen to whatever I'm going to do. I'm going to do what everybody else is going to do. So if 70% of my friends get Battleborn, I'm going to get Battleborn probably. Just because. Now, if it's, they get Overwatch, I'll probably get Overwatch. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm going to do any one thing. Because I like both of them. If it was my choice, Battleborn. You can go now.
I'm torn. I'm a big Blizzard fan, and I feel like the character design on Overwatch is better, but in Battleborn, there's more variety in what everybody does and how they play.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing. Like in Overwatch, you have 4 different roles, 4 different classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty easy to figure out. But within that, you have subclasses, like you have snipers and builders and healers and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool. What I love about Overwatch is that you can switch your characters mid game, or at any point in the game, really, before you respawn. So like you can respond to what the opposing team is doing. So that's good. So if
Yeah, there
something's
was
not
times-
working, you know,
There
you
was lots of
switch.
times where I was the Black Widow, or not the Black Widow, but the
Widowmaker?
Widowmaker.
Yeah.
And I changed to Roadhog just because they had a couple big tanks on there, you know. And that me changing to Roadhog actually won us the game. So because we had too much damage, not enough face, basically.
Yep. Yeah. So like things like that, it's a really fast-paced game. You gotta really be able to read situations, you know, and have a good have a few characters you're really good with, you know. Oh, we gotta pull her down to the chat.
We gotta pull her down. Pull what down? Aha!
We both pulled at the same time. My bad.
Is this thing even working?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's working. Yogi said we gotta pull you down. I said, we gotta pull what down? I don't. She's probably in her house doing nothing, so she probably doesn't have any pants on, so you don't have to pull those down.
Gosh, really?
Well, that's the way I always picture her anyway. But
You dirty bastard!
I mean, I'm just being honest.
My goodness, really?
I don't picture
Welcome.
I don't picture anybody with pantaloons on. Pantaloons is such a.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm feeling disturbed.
I picture BFT without pants on too. Come on, you sexy
whoa.
stun muffin. BFT's like, okay, I'm gonna leave now.
I think IB Loud's thinking the same thing, and I'm probably gonna follow her out of the channel. 'Cause
Oh,
What?
she's used to it.
I'm not.
She's
don't-
been
I
around
don't
us
hear you
enough.
talking gay shit like this.
Are you serious right now? Are you guys seriously doing this right now?
Yeah, we are. BFT says my pants are currently on. I don't know why.
Oh, no nakedness, BFT? Come
I have
on,
jeans
dude.
on too, so.
If you're home and you're
on.
wearing pants, you're doing it wrong. Like, at least wear like some
Well,
shorts.
I have pants on. I'm just commando at the moment, but that's all right.
Okay, so it's about the same thing. Easy access,
No jeans.
you know.
I don't have jeans. I have those pull string pants you wear, like if you probably, you know, they're like Dexter casuals. They have pockets and everything.
I love those.
Side pockets.
And I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's like when the velour suits started like coming back in style, and it's just something like the little, you know what I'm talking about, with the little jacket, velour jacket and the velour
Are we
like
talking
track
about it?
pants.
What jacket are we? What?
Velour, you know, it's a really soft like terry cloth
You
kind of
want the
material.
velour?
Velour.
Velour. You got the velour.
It's really soft. It's like
I know, right?
It's like
so soft.
it's like pajamas, but you can wear them outside.
No, that's fleece. That's fleece. See, you do velour. Mess that. I'm fleece.
No, they're similar. But
Similar, but not quite the same.
they got similar. The fabric itself has very similar texture.
Oh gosh, yes. Yes, you know your fabrics.
I think fleece is a little more. To me, fleece is a little rougher.
Oh my
Velour-
gosh, you fashionista. You have to wash in the proper fabric softener. You're feeling the
Yes.
dye.
Yeah,
You're feeling the dye.
you don't want to like those velour suits used to cost some money.
Oh, who you telling?
That's back when I used to care about how I look. Now it's like, sweatpants and a t-shirt. Let's go.
I know, right? It'd just be like, let's get it on.
Yeah. Ah man.
Let's get it on.
Hey, have you played the Overwatch beta? We're kind of comparing.
No, I don't think I'm in. I don't
No,
think
it's
I have
open.
It's
Get it
open.
now.
Shut up. No. Installing now.
Oh my goodness! Everybody,
no.
that's how.
Installing where?
Everybody has
No.
Battle.net
I'm
client.
installing Overwatch now. I didn't look. I've been unplugged for a minute, but I got my rig
On
upgraded.
Xbox?
No, it's on
PC.
BattleNet.
Yeah, PC.
Oh wait,
that
you know
sucks.
Paragon this weekend is having open beta testing for their MOBA. It is fun as foo. It is fun as foo. I'm telling you.
Yes,
like
I-
I messes with that.
About the same as
messes with it.
it's about the same as Overwatch and Battleborn.
Well, I haven't seen Overwatch yet, so if it is, then yes, we definitely need to have a play date going on for that, because
Paragon
for real,
is
but
developed
Paragon
by
was the
Epic.
bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paragon's pretty dope. It had more of the realistic graphics.
I wasn't saying it for that perspective. I was saying it more because League of Legends was such a horrifying experience, and I don't even know how to play the game. I seriously don't get the point for real in Paragon. And I had a blast, more so than I did with Gigantic. Gigantic was a good game. Don't get me wrong, but
That's what
Paragon gonna
Paragon's
kill
like,
him.
is gigantic.
It's better though. Their map is better, and they've got more stuff.
That's about it. Map.
No, there's more stuff. You got to get the orbs, and you've got cards. I mean, I'm not really,
fortune
look,
cards,
I'm not
yeah.
talking crap about Motiga's Gigantic. I'm not.
I'm not either. I'm not either.
I just don't
talking
want
about it.
anybody
It's
to, yeah, no, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm talking trash about the game. I started liking it, but I fell out of love with it.
I loved it until they locked me out of my account and would give it back. So I told them, fuck
Like
off.
I
and
said, I
stopped
fell
talking
out of
about
love with it. I just ain't putting people's business in the street.
Yeah, I think the problem with
I'm
Gigantic.
not saying you can't do that, Obi. Like I'm not on you about that. I'm just saying
Gigantic. We talked about it like without dropping names. It's a great company. They have some great people
yeah,
working
you know what
there.
I'm saying, Yogi. You know exactly what I'm saying, right?
That game went from super hype train to
Shit City.
no
I don't know
one's-
what the heck
I don't
happened.
know. No one's really talking about it anymore, and they still had the beta going. Last I checked, and it was pretty cool because one of the devs was playing with us on Xbox One.
Right.
And that was cool, but even him, I've seen him playing other games. I won't mention what he's playing, but it's not Gigantic.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It's I know some people who work there are no longer there. Um, some of those people I don't disagree with. Other people, it's like, really? And then it seemed like when that exodus happened, it changed.
Yeah,
And
the
not in the
culture
way
changed.
no, yeah, and not in the way, I'm glad you said it like that, but not in the way I was expecting. And I remember we used to have talks and stuff like that where you were explaining all kinds of stuff to me. And at the time, I'm real book smart. I think I got it. And I'm not trying to talk like I was being arrogant about it, but if you read a lot of books, you kind of think you really know what's going on. But, real life kind of smacks you in the ass, and you
Oh,
really see what someone's trying to tell you. Do you know what I'm saying, Yogi?
No, I know. Trust me, you have to live it sometimes to really for it to click. It's the
Click
best way
is
to
not
learn.
the word. It was like a sledgehammer to the face, and it was almost embarrassing, a little bit, only because it was just like, geez, I really thought I'd done my due diligence. Like, I really thought I had done what it took to really know what I was talking about and understand people trying to, hit me to the game, if that makes any sense to you. And then you wake up and all of a sudden it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
How did
You
everything
know,
get all twisted? What happened? It's just, it's sad. It's a sad day. For gaming. Yeah, go ahead.
the thing about it is, Paragon right now is getting a big push because they have a big company behind it. Epic Games. They're no small player. They've been around since the early '90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And so that helps out a lot. I mean, this is the company that brought us, the Unreal Engine and Unreal Tournament. Games like Shadow Complex. Epic Games is no slouch.
Speaking of which, Yogi, we should have, and Obi, you got to get in on this one. Unless you're gonna hear me and Yogi just go back and forth, then don't be mad. But we should probably do a podcast where we talk about the reality of what people think it means to be involved in video game development, and the fantasy. You know what I mean? How can I put this? So say, for example, Epic Games has Unreal Engine. It's open source. Unreal Tournament, open source. You want to know what it's like to work for a big, huge game company. I mean, these people, as soon as you like follow the directions they tell you to, in GitHub, you're added to their company, repository. You can get in there. You can literally get your hands dirty. Like, that's what made me think about doing like an open gaming studio type of format where you put all the resources for people who are trying to get a portfolio together, because they're missing simple stuff. And I understand why they're doing that, because they might not really know how to navigate the the information as it is out there in a way that they know what to do. you know it just seems amazing to me that there's so much talent out there that's not doing anything or has portfolios that really don't reflect their real skill level, because they're not paying attention to these companies that are saying, hey, we opened it up so you can do that, and they're not getting it. Am I just completely off point here?
No.
Oh no. That's the thing about it. Any corporate job, just period. There's the dream and like the magic and like what you think it's like, and then there's the reality, and it's why I don't do game development full time, because that's what I love. I'm passionate about gaming in general and designing games, whether it's a board game or a video game. I've been involved in projects like that, but like I'll be damned if I'll like work for a company, even a Blizzard. Like I almost took a gig with them, doing but I didn't go for like development. I went for like more like the marketing side, because I don't want the actual my love for the game design to be tainted. It's a whole different thing where like it's something you own, like in any creative space, when it's something you're creating and it's something you really believe in and you're doing and you have full control over it, right? And then it's where versus someone paying you to make their plan come to life.
They're bullshit. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Right.
So
And I'm not trying to say that negatively when I say they're BS. I was just having to explain to someone the other day. He was trying to say, I really don't want to be on YouTube. He wants to get a production deal, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, first of all, YouTube, if you're smart, is a great promotional platform to show people like the teasers, the gosh, I can't find the right word, but you know what I'm talking about, right? To get them wet, right? Get them in, and then lead them to the crowdfunding, the crowdfunding campaign from all your little YouTube teasers. You know what I mean? Get them all nice and softened up for it. Then lead them over to the crowdfunding source where you say, okay, in this campaign, this is what I want to do. This is literally what it's going to cost. I will be completely open and transparent, no different than Ghost and Buffer and those companies that literally said, we are tired of people not knowing where this money's going. We're letting you know, like, seriously, we're not getting rich off this, bitch. And then for real, like, just show people you have no idea. Like, this is literally what it takes to make something that I can literally be proud of telling you, I'm glad I'm making you pay for it. And it just seems to me like if we were able to do that kind of transparency, or that's what I was explaining to him. I was like, when you do that, here's your options. If someone pays you for something before you deliver it, they're going to tell you how to be you. If you invest in yourself, it's a risk, a calculated one, but it's still a risk. You get to tell the world who you are, and that's your choice. And they hung up like I was an idiot. But the person who I told, yeah, the hang up was a compliment, because I knew, yeah, I'm all in your head. You all fucked up now. Like I told you.
They're probably picturing you without pants too.
No, he's gay as a jaybird. He did want me to have his kid, but he's gay.
Listen, a lot of gay guys still like the packages. They just don't like. They like the individual assets, not the whole package. If you know what I mean.
Oh.
Oh no, I know what you're saying. All right, give me a second. I got a refill. Hold on.
I don't even know what day right now. I really don't.
And Blue saying hi. Hi, kitty cat. She's freaking rolling around on the ground. She likes the topic too. It's funny, the moment IB Loud said, you know, get you a little wet, and Blue's like rolling around like, oh, I like that. I'm like, hey! I think we just did IB Loud. Make sure you guys check it out, twitch.tv/IB Loud. She's doing the gaming and ganja. She's building up that brand, that movement. And
I love you for that. Can I tell you about that?
Well, what I do?
No, you didn't do anything bad. That's why I said I love you for that. Can I tell you about that, though?
Yeah! Plug it!
Do you remember when you told me that I was going to learn some things when I entered the startup space? And you loved my energy. I was a little pushy, all this time crunch, but you said you kind of thought about it and you figured out, oh, she going to learn. She going to see. It might not be today, but she going to see. HBO Silicon Valley just nailed what I've been trying to figure out. What the hell's going on? The startup world is a fugazi, man. It's a fugazi. That's what my brother calls it. It's a freaking fugazi. Okay, those people are so cutthroat, backstabbing. I'm going to say it, and this is not a kid-friendly stream, so if there are children in the room, please get out.
Please get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm not saying it mean. I'm just saying, like, I'm about to say some shit. It's like, oh, God, how can I even put this? It's like, y'all gonna be incestuous. Y'all gonna fuck your own ecosystem. You put up a job posting saying that you're looking for someone to give them a job, and then turn around and actually the whole time you just trying to pump their mind for like some free labor, some free like, oh, I'm gonna offer you some things, but I really ain't doing shit.
Oh, that's a whole other thing, because job postings are such a joke, because 90% of the time they already have someone in mind, but they're just going through the motions to create the illusion that they're looking at other candidates. You know, and it's such a don't get me started. This is gonna get me my whole corporate America shit. You know, but no, I feel you.
No, but do you know what I'm saying? So, like, literally, because I'm watching the whole Silicon Valley thing, and I appreciate you for giving the shout out for Games and Ganja, and I don't want anybody to misunderstand. What I'm trying to literally say is that Yogi was trying to tell me, as simplistic as what you are thinking about is to you, the reality of what it takes to truly execute it and the weight that you have to endure on your own personal self, much less your life, who you call friends, how you interact with them. You are so naive right now, but that's okay, baby. I'm going to let you see it for yourself. And
what?
Can I just tell you how much Harley Quinn's bat has seen my face, and that's supposed to be my weapon? Like, are you serious? Like, it's to the point where I do sincerely do believe in my project so far as being able to help parents, vets, people who suffer from conditions that could be treated way better with medical marijuana than pharmaceuticals. Oh, that will never die in me, because that's what Games and Ganja is supposed to be about. Those gamers who literally use their gaming systems to heal and connect with people, and that's all they can handle. And you take that away, and it's just like you got a Columbine, and they don't want to be. They just let me have my gaming and leave me alone. Let me have my weed, leave me alone. You know, I'm not bothering anybody. I don't want your pharmaceuticals. I don't want your opiates. You know, I'm watching my kid lay in bed like a zombie, and if I give them some weed, they get to walk around, they look like a kid again, and you're making me have to choose. Do you understand what I'm saying? That part, oh no. I'll always be loud for that. You know what I mean? It's just what's really got me stuck at this moment is what you do to try and make that happen, and the reality of what actually happens after the fact. That it's just like, God, really? I don't know if I'm built for that kind of decision making. Doesn't mean I don't have love, you know what I mean? But it's like, I don't think people really know what you have to, how you gotta pretty much rape and rob Peter to keep Paul off your ass just to try and help Paulina, who's over there struggling. Who might one day turn around and sue you because somebody told you that she could and she broke. You know what I mean? You know, it's like they looking at you going, this is nothing personal. I don't feel really good about this, but I got Beal. You know?
Lawsuits are always funny too because, I mean, lots of people have great ideas, but if you don't actually pursue those ideas and document them, then that's your fault. So, like, just because you had an idea and then someone else ran with it, then you better make sure you protect your ideas because that's really the the starter thing. Like, there's not.
Well, you can't protect your ideas. Actually, the idea can't be protected because anybody can have the same idea. What separates the real from the bull is how you execute it.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like your
Yes, you know
idea,
what
I'm
I'm
saying
talking
your
about.
idea
Yeah.
in terms of your concept, like the actual plan of execution. So, like,
You know what I'm talking about.
like I say,
Yeah,
I
we're
want
on
to
the
make
same
silly
page.
hats, but like, what does that look like, and what's different? What differentiates your silly hats?
Right,
Like,
exactly. So we're on the same page. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
deep
yeah.
down, Obi, you really do know is just like the plans that you were talking about that you wanted to do. I literally went out there like Yogi. You would have laughed so hard. I was such a bull in a china cabinet. It was amazingly funny. And
I've seen this already, so you're not telling me anything new.
no, that's why I'm saying like you gonna laugh because this is so amazingly funny. Obi, I will put it to you like this. You want to know what makes a person invest in you as a personality? It's the matter of how often can you do it, how long can you do it, and consistently on command. Once they know that, oh, honey, they'll work you until you can't see. And then look at you like you had a personal problem because they told you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And you ain't got paid yet. Like, if you're smart about it, oh, you're not going to see your money till the back end. And the back end, that's a long, that's a long road home. Like, that's a long road home. That's all I'm trying to say, really. Like, I don't know if I want to, I was fine, and you guys can laugh, but I was fine until Prince died. Then it was just like, I'm done. No, there's a whole story behind that. There's a whole like.
well, we won't have enough time to get into it if it's that detailed.
No, we're not going to because I'm
We're
not
about
ready
to
to
wrap
talk.
up.
No, I'm not ready to talk about it. I'm just telling you point blank.
I did have a question for you though.
I learned so much about what you said. I got it so hard in the face. I literally was not being quiet because I was ashamed of telling you you were right. It was more I just had to heal first. That's all
When
I'm
you
saying.
said you got it so hard in the face, I was really trying hard not to make a comment. Oh wait, I just did.
No, I did it on purpose so you could because you have no idea how much I literally miss. And you find out like if you get too famous, you can't enjoy these simple moments where you can just literally be yourself to where it's just like, I don't think I ever want to get big. I think I just want to have a normal plain old job, hang out with my gaming buddies and fuck the dumb shit.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like, the biggest challenge for me is having enough success so that my family's taken care of and I could live comfortably, but not so much success that I hate myself.
Yeah,
like,
okay, so Yogi,
there's too much of a
I
price
finally
to pay.
caught up to you.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
because like I think a lot of us have the opportunity to get that kind of success, but it's like, is it really worth it? Like, I don't think so. Like, if you like, what's the point of having all the money, all the fame and fortune, but you can't enjoy it with people? Like, you can't enjoy it, period. Like, it's stupid. So
Right. So what I would say is let me rephrase what I think you said. So what I'm going to say is this. I don't think everybody, and this is going to come out arrogant, y'all can attack me, I don't care. I don't think everybody's meant to be the so-called hero. Some people are the so-called sidekick, and some people perceive that as being a lesser person, when in actuality, that's the person who's like the air underneath the the superhero's wings, who has to take the beating and that person comes in and is just like, I got you, man. You doing
Well,
this
think
for the right
about it.
reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Do you
think
know what
about
I'm
it.
talking about?
Harley Quinn isn't the main character, but everybody
She is
loves
now?
her. Well, but like for a long time, she was always like under Joker's,
Yeah, but
coattail,
that's because it was how she was written. We all know. Come on, misogyny. I'm not gonna like
Well, yeah, that's a whole
I'm
other
not
topic.
gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna sit here and get on the fembot thing because I'm not that chick, but I'm just saying, come on, man. Come on.
But by the
Anyway,
way,
what else we talking about? Like, I'm not trying to get downer. I just literally owed you an apology, and I wanted you to have it live on Horseplay.
Oh man,
y'all totally underestimate
heart
Yogi.
to hearts.
You really do. Like, he be trying to tell y'all.
Well, it's fun. I don't know what it is
hear
about tonight. Everybody's been contacting me about stuff like this. It's like it must be in the air because like just before the show, someone was talking about a startup that I was involved with that had a lot of potential, and I can't get into it on the air.
Right? No, you can't. Don't.
But
it's not even worth it.
It's just funny, like where everybody's head is at. I guess it's something in the air. Maybe it's
No,
like
I don't
that.
think it's in the air. I really think it's what's going on in the market right now. Like, there's been so many changes in gaming. And here's the funny thing, Yogi. You remember what you and I were talking about a year ago, damn near today? Do you notice how all that stuff is popping up? Like, everything we used to talk about on Geeky Annex and Gods of Mayhem, all that stuff is coming up like they just invented it.
There's more stuff coming up too. Like
okay, so you know exactly what I'm saying.
We got one brand reached out to us and they're doing. It's funny because they need our help, but they want it on the cheap. But they're doing what we're basically doing,
right?
But like in a shitty way. So I'm not gonna. That's all I want to say. But, anyway, quick question: have you played any of the Dark Souls games?
I think I have it on PS3, but I haven't gotten the capture card. And I watched somebody play it, and it was glitchy as hell. And I was like,
"All right, holla at me when you get it on Xbox One, and then we can play together."
Oh man, you want me to trade my PS3?
Yeah, so we can actually play together. I'm not getting a PS3, girl.
I love my sports heroes.
I'm not getting this PSV3 for you, girl.
I love you.
No,
but that's Sony
fine.
love.
I'm not trying to say it like mean as hell or nothing. Like I'm saying like.
Well, I do have Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition on PC, but I don't know how well the multiplayer works on that.
Probably shitty.
It seems pretty wonky. I haven't played it online yet. I played a single player so far. It'd be a fun game we could dual stream because that's a game where we can like bullshit and like completely rage. I've been trying to get Obi into it, but like it's like pulling teeth with that one. That Obi.
Yeah, not gonna happen, guys. It's about that time. If you guys have any thoughts that you guys could think of while we've been talking, even the bullshit.
I love IP Loud.
Let us know.
That's my
you
thought.
guys can send us a voicemail or a text, 646-801-2149, and we'll respond next week. Do want to let you guys know that Horseplay Live is everywhere, and you can listen to or download awesome podcasts, including allgames.com, Player FM, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. Okay, where's my thing at? Oh, there it is. You take a few minutes off, thumbs up,
favorite, your pants, Obi,
and share. No, I don't have any pants on. Even better, we'd love to see some reviews and comments, guys. It's quick to easy. It really helps us out. Huge thanks to all those that are promoting our content. It really helps out. Every little bit helps. You guys like eye candy? We do too. We have YouTube and Twitch, twitch.tv/Geeky Antics and youtube.com/Geeky Antics. Here on Geeky Antics Network, in collaboration with All Games Radio Network, we have tons of shows that we can cover with a wide spectrum of topics. We can't possibly plug them all. So if you guys want to go check out, see your favorite show, go to geekyantics.net/schedule. You can also see our flagship shows on our Twitch profile and our aggregate feeds over at geekyantics.net/podcast. Guys, don't forget that the outros and intros are provided to you royalty-free by TechnoX. That's Techno with a K. Thousands of songs, technox.com. Yogi, where can they find you at?
I am YogiZilla everywhere. Xbox Live, Steam, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, etc., etc.
Ivy Loudon.
I'm usually hanging out with my geeky friends. Otherwise, I can be on Twitch at I Be Loud, but I'm thinking about going to YouTube only because Twitch shows us so little love. But my friends are all here, so I probably won't.
All
That's
right.
just me.
And of course, Obi1X2 guys all the way from me. We got our weekend coming up, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, tonight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we'll see you guys on my channel. Be good, guys. If you guys are listening to us on allgames.com, the Dave Pixel Live Power Ranking shows up, followed by Knuckleballer Radio at its new time every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to hang out and chat by clicking the live or chat button. Just say hi. Start the conversation. Our friends at B Team, remember, is Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on our unofficial sister network, Games Radio Network. That's how I'd be loud doing that. Like, who is that? But guys, I really appreciate nothing. Love you guys very much.
Sexy.
Thanks for wow. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. We really love you a long time.
I love you, right?
Yogi starts the music.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. Quickie.